Congratulations, the Gray Walker, winner of the Album of the Year for MetalEdgePGH.com. The people voted, and we have a winner. It is Gray Walker. And people came out for this. They were sharing it like crazy. Lots of enthusiasm. That's the one thing I love about the Metal Edge, is the fact that everybody, there's such a passion in the community, and you could tell that they're just ignored, left to the desert, left to fend for themselves, no love from anyone else other than this organization, the River's Edge organization, and specifically the Metal Edge at MetalEdgePGH.com. But people were sharing it. It was going crazy, and everybody voted. It was awesome, and there were some interesting results. Really enjoyed watching the buzz about it. Jay, did you pay attention to any of that?
I didn't.
You didn't, yeah. Big vote, end of the year, best album of 2018 from local metal music.
When I heard that music when you started the show, I was like, oh my God, is that our new theme now?
It is the new theme, yeah. That is it.
Because that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. When you played that, I'm like, that's not what we come.
Yeah, we changed it around, you know. Figured new year, new theme, right? I don't know. And for everybody who's unfamiliar, the music is Pet Clinic, that's the band, and it's Stop Wasting My Precious Time, which I thought was just appropriate for all the bullshit that we have to deal with, right? That we bring to the table here, things that we have to struggle through, like people, and Matt Austin brought up the bathroom situation, things like that. He's going to be with us here in a little bit. Things like traffic, things like people. This is something that's been bothering me. People who sing the worst feel the need to sing the most. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
And those people bother me. Things like that, you know, it's like, stop wasting my time. My ears can only bleed so much.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've got Jay Cooper with me. I'm Brian Crawford. This is the River's Edge Radio Network on River Talk at riversedgepgh.com. Don't forget, you can tell your Alexa to play the River's Edge station on TuneIn, and then she'll play great local Pittsburgh music, such as Stop Wasting My Precious Time by our friends Pet Clinic.
I'm going to have to hear that again, because that really got me going. And
you want to hear it?
Yep. I mean, you can play it now, you can play it later. I mean, that's just...
This is it. I love this band. This band is fantastic.
I mean, that's how you're supposed to bring it in, you know, when you do... They deserve to win.
They deserve to win? Well, they're not on the Metal Edge. They're on the River's Edge.
Well, they need to be.
They need to be on the Metal Edge?
They need to be on the Metal Edge. They need to be on River's Edge. They need to be in here doing this song.
Well, we could definitely get them in studio. Do you want to do that?
Heck yeah. Please.
Brent Conley,
playing this song.
Our producer, Brent Conley, if you're listening, Jay, speak it. Let it come to pass. But yeah,
make it happen.
Fantastic stuff. Pet Clinic, love having them on the station.
Stuff.
Millvale Builds is in studio. We're going to be talking with them in just a few minutes. We're going to be talking about their business and about a web series they have going on, which I think is really exciting. And I think it's really cool to see a local business use similar technology to what we're using here to broadcast our shows to help aid their business. I think it really speaks to how online media is being used in such a diverse and different way than what traditional media has been used for. And I think it's going to be an interesting conversation there. You brought an interesting topic up to me, Jay, which I hadn't really thought about.
And what's that?
Before we came on air. You sent me an article about the government shutdown. So we're in the middle of a government shutdown, as you know, and it's a big fight over money to create a wall at the border, the U.S.-Mexican border. This whole situation scares me because I'm actually going to be leaving for Mexico this spring.
Oh, okay.
And I'm thinking, am I going to be able to get back?
I mean, yeah.
You think?
Fine.
I don't know. I mean, with Don T up there, you know, in the White House,
there's
building walls, trying to keep people out.
You know they got tunnels in Mexico, right?
That's true. Just take one of those tunnels.
You'll be all right.
I'll be tunneling myself back.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just carry a lantern with you or something, one of those lamps or something.
Yeah,
and you'll be fine. Bring water.
Well, I've got the watch, right? They have
bring your own water. Don't do Mexican.
Yeah,
don't do their water. No offense, Mexico. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But one of the big things is because of this government shutdown, and you hear about it every year, but it's never gotten to the point where it was a serious problem I've heard this come up before, but this year with Donald Trump, who is unwilling to budge at all on anything, right, unless he gets his way, there's a fear that tax returns would be delayed.
Yeah.
So everybody
now you
who's
got
out
everybody's attention now.
all the people out there, oh, shut it down. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Shut the government down. See what happens. I don't care. I want it to be shut down. Those same people won't be singing that same tune when they don't get their tax return. Because some people really base long-term decisions, financial decisions, on receiving that lump sum within a tax return.
Yes, they do.
Because a lot of people like myself. Now, I don't plan on that money to make financial decisions, but I do like when it comes in, and I'm one of those people. I'd rather give them too much and get it back,
right,
versus not pay enough and then at the end of the year owe them a bunch of money. And we're talking about the federal government, so I always opt to pay more and get it returned. But some people really, they base their entire lives off of this tax return.
Yeah, I can name a couple of people off the top of my head right now that is like when I, because you're not the only one I sent the article to. I sent it to other people too, and they thinking that it wasn't a legit article, but that was that's from Business Insider. So I mean, this is legit.
No, it's legit. Yeah. Because the thing is they're considered non-essential employees, and those are the people who are not into work. Certain branches, certain parts of the IRS that are considered non-essential. So basically, under the government shutdown, there are certain people who are required to go to work and not get paid. They're considered essential people, and those services of the government will continue. But services such as park rangers and things like that, those people are considered non-essential. Therefore, they're not getting paid. They're not, and they're not going to work. So the parks are going to be in disarray by the time this is over. They're already having issues with trash piling up and things like that. The federal museums are closed. There's a lot of things that are affected because of the shutdown.
Animals are going to run amok.
Yeah, but the tax return thing, I mean, I think that's really what is going to bring people to the table, get people to pick up their phones and call in and be outraged. But I don't know, who do you call? Because...
Yeah, who do you call for that?
Well, you usually would call your congressman, but the thing is for the first time, maybe ever, Congress is being the reasonable ones.
Yeah.
So calling them, I don't know how much good it's going to do.
And I was reading like little quotes that Trump was saying, talking about how he'll keep this going for months.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Like he doesn't care. And I'm just like, no.
And that's kind of my point. That's why I think this year it's going to be a lot worse, because Trump is crazy. He's not a normal politician who's going to do what he can to get the government up and running.
Yeah. Whatever happened to before the election, like before he was elected, and he talked about how Mexico was going to pay for it. Remember he said that?
Yeah. There's a meme that's going around that's hilarious that says Mexico's decided to pay for the wall, and it shows somebody building a wall around Donald Trump.
I like that.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That is nice. And I saw on the news they were showing these tall metal beam-looking type walls and stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, is that going to be thick enough to block people from coming through? I mean, it really doesn't matter. The whole wall thing is, I mean, when he said that, I thought he just said that to get votes. I didn't really take it seriously.
Well, I think he did say it to get votes, but now those people who voted him in are demanding that he actually move on this.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. So I think you're right. I think he was just trying to win people over, score some votes. Because, he was willing to say or do anything to get a vote. Mm-hmm. That's part of the problem.
And then he's we got this lady in Congress, I think, or is she a senator? One who's thinking about running in 2020 against him.
Oh, Elizabeth Warren.
Yes, and
don't even get me started on her.
How he said that she's crazy.
She is
like,
crazy.
Does she have a chance?
I mean, he's
and then
crazy too.
And his words were, "I don't know. You'll have to speak to her psychologist." Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that.
That was funny, and I was thinking to myself, "Oh, she has mental issues. I did not know that." Well, it's out.
But that doesn't necessarily mean she has mental issues because she sees a psychologist.
That's true. That's true. She could be going through.
She could just be going through normal, average day stuff.
It could be anything. But the fact that he just put it out there like that's just it raises questions now.
That's what he
does.
By
saying that, because by saying that now all these questions are coming up like.
But realistically, shouldn't Donald Trump be seeing somebody? I mean,
there's a lot of people he should be seeing.
Yeah. My issue, I have some issues with her. First, to me, she is unreasonable as well. She's one of the unreasonable types. Elizabeth Warren, not crazy, like horrible, like Trump is, but she's still one of those people. I want somebody in office who's going to be able to bring people together, talk to both sides. Someone like let's be honest, both George W. Bush and Barack Obama, neither one of them were extremists. They were painted as extremists, but neither one of them were, and they were able to negotiate and talk with both sides of the aisle. They were painted in a negative light by the people on the opposite party, but really, I thought that they were somewhat moderate, to be honest. There wasn't much of a change in policy from George W. Bush to Barack Obama in a lot of issues.
I got to say, I didn't feel any intimidation when they were in office, but with Trump in office, I feel something.
Yeah. So
I feel uneasy.
But I would like to bring someone like that back, somebody who can see both sides of an issue.
Absolutely.
And she's not one of those people.
You know, when I saw her, I said to myself, okay, well, the last one, you had Hillary running. I'm not sure that the world, I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. The Me Too movement is still growing to this day. There could be a chance for another woman to step in the office. I'm not sure if she would be the perfect candidate for that. I did see a rumor in the news. They were talking about maybe Biden might try for 2020, and also Bernie Sanders may try again. So if that's the case, we may have a good head-to-head going into 2020. That would be nice.
It would be nice to see some real competition on the Democratic side instead of one candidate buying the party.
Yeah,
which is what Hillary did. She financially, I usually we don't go into national politics, but we've gone down this road. It's like a stream of consciousness thing here, right?
Yeah.
So, Hillary Clinton actually came in and practically funded the DNC, so she was able to control it. And that's why that election went the way it did, and why the DNC intentionally sabotaged Bernie Sanders.
And then on top of that, she was counting on the women vote, and then she was counting on the minority vote, which I guess that didn't do much good for her. Yeah, so,
Well, she made a lot of mistakes, which I've gotten into in the past. I'm not going to bring all of those up.
The best thing you need to have is somebody that doesn't have much dirt on them. If you got dirt on them, people are just going to keep bringing it up until you give them a proper answer.
Well, unless they have so much dirt, which was what I said about Donald Trump from the beginning. He has so much dirt that nothing will surprise anyone.
I know, right?
So that he actually, in my opinion, was the perfect candidate to run against her because there was nothing that was going to derail him.
Yeah, because anytime anyone called him out on it, he always spoke about it.
Well, not only that, he
would dance around it.
Well, I don't even think that was the issue. I just think nobody was surprised. I mean, were you surprised when you heard that he was sleeping around with hookers?
No.
Exactly. No one was surprised, so no one's outraged.
I mean, I lost a little bit of respect for Stormy Daniels because she was one of my favorites, but now that I know that she laid down with him,
actually,
and that she only took, what was it, $150,000? That's it? That's all she took?
I actually gained more respect for her because at first I thought she was playing the victim card when she came out. And I thought, oh, come on, you took this money you knew you were sleeping with him, then you took this money. What kind of a victim are you? Well, then it turns out that she wasn't playing the victim card. She just wanted to make money.
Right.
And I thought, well, I actually have more respect for that because she's not, like if she was actually a victim, I would have no problem with her playing the victim card. But as somebody who took a payment from him, I'm thinking, oh, you can't have it both ways. But she wasn't trying to have it both ways. She was just trying to get more money.
Right.
I thought that was pretty.
Well, the one thing I liked is that how she was very truthful about her time with Trump, like how he is he's not endowed whatsoever. So that not that I thought about it, but I kind of figured when she said it. And then how he was like a 1-minute man. So that was funny. I'm glad that came out. So that's our president for you.
We're running behind schedule because of this whole thing.
We could talk about this man all night.
We could. We're not going to. We're going to roll into Cooper's Corner, and then after that, I promise you, we are going to have Millvale Builds here in studio talking about their project, talking about the web series, all of that and more. This is River Talk, and this is Cooper's Corner right now.
All right. I'm not going to do no beatbox.
Come on. Started the new year off wrong.
That's right. It is the new year. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do it real quick.
All right.
Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner. 2019. Boom, boom. Cooper's Corner. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Cooper's Corner. Thank you, everybody. All right. What I wanted to talk about is food that has been trending over the years. Now, I wanted to bring up a couple things real quick. In 2000, I did a lot of research on this. That's why I just want to briefly get right into it. 2013 and 2014, the most popular mainstream food back then was mangoes. Mangoes was a very popular one. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because ever since then, on a national basis, they used it a lot in salsas, purees, margaritas. I can attest to that because I make a lot of mango margaritas, and you guys.
Mango salsa is fantastic.
Yes,
they have a great mango salsa downstairs at the cafe at
See?
Mr. Small's. They put it on their tacos. It's like mango.
Yes,
I don't know what it's called, but it's
I didn't
a
even
taco.
think to put that on there too. Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Then in 2016 and 2017, the most popular food was avocados, which they still advertise it in commercials. If you ever saw avocados from Mexico, they still do that on TV, which is very popular. Remember how they used to put it on the Subway sandwiches and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Very good.
I do love avocados because they make that in guacamole, right?
Right. That's the only thing I like about avocado. Anybody that likes avocado, I mean, more power to you, but avocado really has no flavor. But you add some salt, some pepper, add some vegetables into it, then you got some guacamole, and now we got a good dip. Now, the most trending, most talked about, most popular, most mainstream food from 2017 going into 2018, and I couldn't believe it, but actually I kind of do, pickles.
Okay.
Pickles was the top trending food. And I should have known that when they started having that pickle fest down here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, on the bridge.
Right.
Which I couldn't get to this year. They turned me away. They saw Brian Crawford coming and said, not him, and put up a barricade blocking me from entering the festival.
They turned you away?
Literally put up a barricade.
That sucks. Well, what I did was I looked up a whole bunch of things that was related to pickles, and I picked three top things that it has the use for pickles. And the first thing is pickle juice soda. It's actually I've never had it, but I mean, considering that I sip pickle juice out of the jar after I'm done with pickles.
Do you?
Yeah, it's delicious. And then I learned some fun facts about it. Pickle juice, it's good for you. It's high in electrolytes, and it can prevent muscle cramps. So if you ever get a muscle cramp, drink pickle juice.
Pickle juice, there we go.
And then moving on to number 2, you got frozen pickle pops, which was interesting. I mean, it has the juice around it with sliced pickles inside.
Wow, so the pickles are inside the popsicle.
Sliced pickles inside. You
Oh,
can
that's
actually
actually
see it
really
when you
cool.
bite into it. Yeah,
because you're licking it, you're having the good time, right? 1 lick, 2 lick, 3 lick.
Right, you're hoping to get that pickle after
Yeah.
you suck it down. I can tell by you guys. You guys are very intrigued by that. And then we move on to number 3. This was the weirdest one: ice cream, pickle ice cream, which broke down, and I have a picture of 3 different types of ice cream, pickle ice cream. The first one is called the moringa, and I can't see what the ingredients is.
Almost looks like a burrito.
It almost does. It does. And then in the second one, you got this sour pickle ice cream. So they got it swirled, real nice with actual real pickles just dropped in there.
That's
and then
incredible.
this one is the funniest one for me. They call this the Cheat-O. Which is pickle ice cream dipped in powdered Cheeto.
Wow.
Yeah. It seems interesting.
I don't know if that sounds good or if that sounds awful.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So for those pickle lovers out there, if you have any weird, food, ways to use a pickle, my dad is a big pickle person. I mean, he eats pickles with a lot of his meals. Whenever my mom don't feel like cooking, he'll make him a turkey sandwich and have 2 big pickles on the side. I mean, he loves it. So I don't know.
Pickles are fantastic.
Maybe I'll get my dad into frozen pickle pops. I'm gonna see if he's down with that. I'm gonna try it out.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that is my Cooper's Corner. What out of those 3? I mean, would you try any of those things there?
I don't know. Would I try any of those? I might try. Definitely the pickle popsicle, I think. I think
Yeah.
I would enjoy that the most, actually.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I actually wouldn't mind trying that and the pickle soda.
Okay.
I mean, pickle juice with carbonation in it. I mean, that sounds interesting. It's a nice combination. I don't know. Burping from drinking pickle juice. I don't know. That's interesting. I got to try that out. I got to go online to see where I can find it. Every time I try to name stuff like this, I bring it up on the show, but I never know where to find it. I'm gonna go online and find the stuff. I'm gonna bring it on the show, and we're gonna have it
I think
together.
the pickle juice you could probably find at there's a soda place out at the waterfront. Is that what it's called? Where AMC Theater is, Lowe's Theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's an entire soda store there, so I bet you they would have it there.
You know what? I'm gonna go over there, and if I find it, I'm bringing it on the show, and you and me, we're gonna have some.
We're gonna try some. All right.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. New idea. Millvale Builds, a new concept. I love it. We have them here in studio.
Yes.
We have Sean, Max, and Matt all here from Millvale Builds. Guys, welcome to the River's Edge.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, we love your show.
Thank you. So tell me a little bit about Millvale Builds. This is such an interesting concept as far as the way that you're marketing yourselves, and I love it. So we have a gentleman here who's doing video work right now. Jamie, and he has done video work for you guys on the scene at a house you're remodeling in Troy Hill, and you're doing a web series associated with the project. So why don't you tell me a little bit about this video, or maybe let's start off with Millvale Builds in general. How did you guys come up with this concept? Because I know it started off with a personal project that then spun off into a business, correct?
Yeah, it got its start in Sean's backyard last summer. Max built a deck for a grill, right? And then we had a barbecue this past summer on Memorial Day. And Max was telling me that he's got this idea to, start building things around here, to start, adding to the vibe of the community. People, you've got a lot of great businesses, people going out there, doing it and adding something positive to the community. And, I thought that sounded like a lot of fun. Sean was excited about it. So we took some time to do that this summer, building some stairs, decks, and then working on Max's house. It was a big part of it too. And
what were you doing at the house?
That's pretty much a full renovation over there, like just taking.
So your house is the house in Troy Hill?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your personal house. So you're basically using your house, you're remodeling it, and you're using that as a way to brand the business?
Essentially, yeah. We're using that as kind of the showcase project.
In terms of branding the business, it's like we're being realistic about where social media is nowadays and the influence that people have, and we're really just trying to put something positive out there. We didn't invent it, but there's a ton of positive inspiration around here. Brian, you've done your own thing with the River's Edge, giving a lot of people a voice. I think it's great, and I think Millvale, the community itself, kind of inspired us to come together and do something like this that we're passionate about.
Yeah, it was really just filling in with adding our talents to like some of the opportunities that there are around here, where like we had the chance to build a deck and make a nice backyard, and then just kind of spread that attitude throughout some other projects that we've been able to work on, and just keeping that rolling is kind of the goal.
So the webs, go ahead, Sean.
Through the building, creating places where people gather and swap ideas and just meet each other, make friends. And so like the products and the projects that we work on, we want to keep doing that. More decks, more gathering places, and even lights in the backyards of bars. And then also just teaming up, working together to we can come together, put the energy in the circle, and just make each other stronger, and then our businesses will grow and flourish, and then everybody's creating together.
Well, you know what? I will say that I did check out your Facebook page, and I did check out that one video. I think it was like a demo reel video.
Well, they also
Is
came up
it
with
minutes
a
long?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
So,
and it
like,
was, and it was pretty
yeah.
cool because I like the way you guys like you pretty much. It's almost like flip the house. You pretty much tore the place up, you gutted it out, and then you rebuilt it. Plus, you got the music in the background and everything.
Yeah, we composed that. That's original music. Miles, who's Max's brother, did the video
Oh, wow.
for that.
That is
I
awesome.
just, he showed up with a GoPro, and I was like, hey, you know what? Like, get some footage of me throwing this stuff out the window,
Yes.
and then it all came together. It was great energy, and that was really really cool experience.
Yeah.
And the fun thing to put out there, and I did the music with my bandmate Danny. Jamie has done video work for my band as well. And it's like, just getting back to the social media thing, it's like that's coming from a musician kind of like band background. You kind of like already have that entertain people, kind of put out something cool and entertaining kind of mindset. So that's kind of something that we're bringing to our business as well.
I like that.
Well, I feel like with the web series too, it's more than just getting your business out there, which obviously it does, and that's a great thing. But that web series really highlights the community of Troy Hill in a very positive way, and I love the way that it's been created, where it has the backdrop of the city, and it almost tells a story. It's not just, hey, we're here, we're remodeling this house. There's a story that goes along with the web series, at least from what I'm gathering from episode 1. And I think that's really kind of interesting as well. I shared it to a Troy Hill group on Facebook because I thought, wow, this is a really great promotional piece for their community. It talks about what their community is and the strengths of Troy Hill. Is that part of the objective in the web series, is to try to build up the community around you as well as the business?
You nailed it on the head.
Yeah, like Sean was talking about, just creating places through what we're doing that empower people, and just taking the energy that we have and putting it into these local projects, and just leaving that as a mark on the community that can continue to then be a place that that just contributes to what that overall community is doing. So just like leaving a nice yard over at Sean's place, or working on a house that is just going to take a blighted house and turn it into a useful property. That sort of thing can just like help a place grow, and kind of highlighting how that is being done right now in Troy Hill, and then just using that as inspiration for others to do stuff like that.
That's what's up.
We're shedding light on the communities as well. Like you said, Troy Hill, it has like a rich history, and it's, like Max, you sometimes refer to it as Millvale on the Hill, because it's and it's coming up, and there are there's businesses there and people renovating houses. There's at least like 3 or 4 teams like doing stuff on the street that we work on. It's and it's great to see people putting their energy into building things up.
Troy Hill is a nice area. I haven't been there in a couple of years. I did a show one time at the Rock Room.
Oh, I think that's Polish Hill.
Oh, is that Polish Hill?
Yeah, that's Polish Hill.
I always
mixed the two
Hill.
Close.
They're
hills.
Both
Yes.
hills.
We got a couple of them around Pittsburgh.
One thing I love about Troy Hill, I was there early on, way before the River's Edge was a radio network. So the River's Edge was originally supposed to be a pod. It was originally, the idea was it was going to be a radio show podcast with almost a newspaper element to it, where we would be doing articles on different local small communities on the Allegheny River. And when I was doing that, I had reached out. One of the only articles that actually came out was an article on the meeting for the citizens of Troy Hill. And it was great because it was back at the time when Bill Peduto was trying to raise all of the rates of parking downtown and extend the parking hours, paid parking, all the way till 10 p.m., crippling downtown. And I loved it because his representative was there, and these people just unleashed on him. They said, we're never going to go downtown. We'll go up to the North Hills. We're not paying your prices. And I feel like those people helped put Bill Peduto in his place and help save the downtown parking situation. But it was just great to see these people just really go after him. And they did not hold back any punches, man. They came in and they took it to him. And she, I think it was a lady who was representing him. She didn't know what to say. She's just like, I don't know how to.
For people to have a voice.
Yeah,
Collective strength of people that are working for a purpose and from the heart, and you can't stop that.
Yeah, it's great, and it's something I love. I like the community. I need to spend more time up there, but the thing is I become so much of a hermit, and maybe this will inspire me to come up to Troy Hill. I become a hermit where I stay here, Lawrenceville, everywhere I could walk to, and I don't drive anywhere. But it is nice up there, and I know they have a few nice establishments, and they have an incredible view. They have, in my opinion, one of the best views in the city. And one of the things that I think maybe we could see through, and I know we've seen a little bit in Web Series 1, is that there are other views in the city outside of Mount Washington. As much as Mount Washington is a fantastic view, and we're lucky to have that view, which has been listed as one of the best views in the country multiple times. Sometimes I almost feel like it's a negative for the city because all of these other fantastic shots of Pittsburgh are completely ignored because everyone focuses on one view, which is a fantastic view, but I know Troy Hill has an incredible view as well.
Yeah, you just miss out on it because everybody's obsessed with taking that same shot of downtown, and you don't realize that you can get this from like 360 degrees, and Troy Hill's just one of those spots. Like, yeah, it really is all over.
I think the West End Lookout has a monopoly on the Pittsburgh skyline shots, which is very close to Mount Washington. It's just like down a little bit. But yeah, I think that's the one. I follow some Pittsburgh photographers, and they're always up there.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the shot.
Now, Sean, you had mentioned about putting lighting in the backyards of bars. Is that something that someone's reached out to you guys for? Because I personally love that idea. I love going to bars where I could sit outside. So is that something that's happening?
It's an idea that we've thought of and talked about, and it's out there, and people will mention they want to have that in their place. And so, yeah, it just ties into with building a deck and a community spaces where people are celebrating and coming together.
Very cool. So what's next for you guys with Millvale Builds? Where do you see your future going?
All right, so we're going to continue working on the house. We're going to shoot the next phase of that, which is foundation, a lot of foundational stuff.
Yeah, foundation siding and just showing the next step in the overall process of taking a rehabbed house and getting it ready to actually rebuild. So right now, demo siding, and then also just getting into some other jobs like keep doing some decks and work with some other, like you were saying, get some sort of backyard bar theme going. Like
we started building some furniture.
Yeah, that's something that I saw you guys do a lot of.
Just whatever, just wood, just working together as a team, putting stuff together. And it's a very satisfying thing.
Throughout the process with the videos and the content, showing people how accessible it is to do themselves, and it's not some overwhelming tasks like pouring a foundation.
Anyone can do it.
No way, but you just show the simple steps that make that happen, and that inspires action, and people to start doing more. They call us people and to start figuring it out on their own.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. And this is no offense to any of you guys. It's just like what you guys do. It seemed like something that big guys do, and you guys are just you guys obviously are lean or something because y'all.
We're just starting out,
right? I mean. So this is the before, so the after. Okay, so you're gonna have to come back in
this
like
is
6 months.
The first year of our company.
Yeah, All right, so you're gonna have to come back next year, and then
you'll see our gains, bro.
We'll see, because I'm like, man, the things you guys do at your frame, it's amazing.
There's no other way.
Staying healthy. Now, actually, like staying healthy is like one of the most important. Like we focus on this. Like we all, practice yoga, meditation. Like. Max is big at going to the gym. I do like a lot of cycling and stuff like that.
Me too. Spin cycle.
But like you get it's fun. You gotta like if you want to do a physical job like this, like you have to have proper form. If you're not using a shovel right, like anything can end up being a detriment to your body, and you can put yourself into stress that's gonna allow you to not continue to live this life and do these jobs.
Right.
So staying physically fit is definitely.
Yeah. I definitely give kudos to all of you because I am not about manual labor.
No, I'm not either.
These are some soft hands. If y'all were to touch my hands right now, you would think you just touched a baby's butt. I mean, this is how soft my hands are.
I feel you.
They're so soft and delicate.
We all come from like nice families that wanted us going into college and stuff like that and didn't want to do the physical kind of stuff necessarily. Max has the most experience.
I spent a couple of years on the other side, like being an engineer, watching all the people out there doing the actual work. Mm-hmm. It's like, that looks like more fun. And I mean, it's not always greener on the other side, but like you get into it and you see that there's like really something that you can go out there and do and just be productive and make a real good, just have a good day going out there and doing something other than what you might have been told, just like go sit in an office, like find a traditional 9 to 5.
There's nothing
Right.
wrong with that. There's truthfully, it's just we're doing this because we love it. That's the point.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Right.
like we're yeah.
No,
It can't be boring what you guys do.
Making
'cause
a
you're,
business,
like, doing something
Anything
different.
can be. You know, it's about your
Yeah.
mindset. You know, it's
Yeah.
you know, I think like you can show up to a job, and the cards could be stacked against you, but if you have a positive mindset, you can win.
Maybe that's why
So-
I still have the same job I have, because I keep a positive mindset.
Yeah.
That's why I
Even
switch
though I
all the
hate
time.
my job. I hate my job, but I
You
keep a
don't hate
positive.
it. No, you
I-
love it.
I-
You're doing great.
And that's why I switch my jobs all the time, because I have a terrible mindset. I go in there and I'm ready to quit every day.
Brian, you're always smiling, man.
No, but I'm with Jay. I mean, I think it's impressive what you guys do, because I'm on Jay's side, where I just joined a club where you don't even have to take your clothes home to wash them. You just leave them, and they pull it out of your locker and do your laundry for you and put it back. So I'm living the life of luxury now. So I can definitely appreciate the hard work that you guys are putting in, because yeah.
See, that club you talked about, that's like what my grandma did for me. Like she just, folded my clothes and whenever I lived at home. But
Actually, I have a funny story about that. Do you want to hear a weird story?
yeah,
Yes.
let's do it. Let's get
So
Here we go.
So whenever I never had learned, I hadn't learned how to wash my own clothes until I went to college. And you think, oh, he's spoiled, right? Yes, but no. It's more complicated than that. It's not because my parents were trying to shelter me. It's quite the opposite. My mother was trying to keep the washer alive, because
There's
there was-
practical.
there was a time that my sister was sick, and she threw up all over the bed. And it was a time, I believe, when my mother was still working overnight. My sister was sick, threw up all over the bed, vomit everywhere. And my dad took the sheets downstairs and just threw them in the washer. Didn't rinse them out or anything. And caused this massive disaster in the washer. There was vomit everywhere in the washer. It was like, I think it helped jam the washer
The
or
kind of
whatever.
thing that lingers for
Yeah,
weeks.
it was horrible. My mother was so upset that everybody in the house was banned from washing clothes. To this day.
Right.
To this day,
It's like-
nobody washes clothes in that house except for her. So she had to teach me how to use a washer before I went to college, because I had no clue, because none of us were allowed to use the washer.
It goes to show if you do something bad enough, no one will ever ask you to do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But once I did learn to wash it, to me, like I was never one of those people in college who brings all of their clothes home. My sister did that. She would bring every piece of clothing home for my mother to wash in the washing machine. And to me, because we went to school down at Cal U, we lived in North Huntington. It's about an hour drive. To me, it was more work to load the clothes into the car twice than it was to just throw it, because we both had washers in our actual apartment. So it's not like we had to take it to the laundromat and wait. You could throw it in while you sleep. So to me, it was more work to hustle all of this clothes back and forth every couple weeks than it was to just sleep. Throw it in there.
You don't get that fresh home smell.
I
of
guess,
the laundry.
yeah.
Maybe that's
Well,
maybe that's the
it.
reason.
I think it was more laziness, but
We here at Millvale Builds, we aim to empower people. You can build things yourself, and also you can do your own laundry.
that's just
So-
true. What's the best way
can
to
do it.
reach you guys if somebody wants to hire you? Is it through Facebook? I see you have a website, millvalebuilds.com. Is what's the best way to reach out?
There's also a Gmail, millvalebuilds@gmail.com.
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
pretty,
be there.
Yeah, we're pretty current.
And check out
You
the
know.
web series.
And you keep it simple too, which I like that. Everything is just Millvale Builds. That just makes it so easy.
Need we
you
say
don't
any
add
more?
no 412, none of that crap. Just
No,
Millvale Builds. That's
yeah.
all.
Straight to it.
Yeah, I like that.
Awesome. So yeah, check them out on Facebook. As we said, it's Millvale Builds, millvalebuilds.com. All of the links are there as well. So thank you guys so much for coming on. Love what you
Thank
guys
you,
are
Brian.
doing.
Thank you,
and
Jay.
hope to see more of it. So that's Millvale Builds at millvalebuilds.com. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, it is time for the Hoodrat of the Week. That's right around the corner, right here on the River's Edge.
Hey, it's Mike Sasson. Guess what? You used to love us at 10. You're going to love us even more at 9. It's me. It's Alex. It's funniness. It's guests. It's all sorts of me yelling into microphones only 1 hour earlier. It's exactly what you need at 9 o'clock. It's like a shot of adrenaline. It's the Mike Sasson Show, now starting at 9 o'clock on Tuesday on the River's Edge, a new kind of radio.
Welcome back to the River's Edge Radio Network. Jay Cooper, Brian Crawford here at the beautiful Mr. Smalls Theater. Always happy to be here surrounded by just wonderful things. We were mentioning some of the great artifacts that we have on display on the bookshelf, one of which is a hot sauce by Grey Walker. Speaking of the group that just won the best album in Pittsburgh, best metal album in Pittsburgh. That was Without Control is the name of the album. So
Definitely got to get them in here.
yeah, we should get Grey Walker in here. That would be a good idea too.
I would love to have them in here.
Yeah, I'm sure we can make that happen. So basically, they ran a vote. The people from the Metal Edge, Zach Fell, Jonathan Kilback, the managers there, and the people voted. The people voted. They came out in numbers, and they had as number 3, the number 3 choice, because they just released the top 3. They didn't release everybody's in order. So the third one that came in number 3 is Shrouded in Neglect's album Kill All Humans.
Nice.
And in number 2, we have Conflict Cycle, and the album is called Dark Days Ahead. And then, as we said, in number 1, coming in at number 1, Grey Walker, Without Control.
How did they come up with these nice titles?
I know, they're pretty great. So it is that time. It is time for the Hoodrat of the Week.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to go right into it and just say it. One word. Madonna. I'm putting Madonna on blast. There's only one Madonna. Well, actually, there's only one Madonna that everybody knows about, and it is the culture icon that has been killing it for the last 30-something years. And before I even tell you why she's the Hoodrat of the Week, let's talk about the weird things that she's done over the past couple decades. Now, back in the 80s, she was known for walking around wearing the bra with the cones. You remember that?
Yes, yeah.
That was a weird thing. Now, going into the 90s, she was known for dating Dennis Rodman. That was a weird thing.
Still a weird thing.
It still is. Yeah, when you think about it, it's very weird. In the early 2000s, at the MTV Awards, she performed with Britney Spears and made out with her right on stage, and I thought that was a little something. I was like, ugh.
She's all over the map.
Yeah, I mean, she's always doing something. Every decade, she's always doing something that's making her stand out. This past Monday at the New Year's Eve show, she performed at the Stonewall Inn in New York City, performing, all her classic songs and everything. But what stood out the most was this badonkadonk that Madonna is sporting now. Yes.
Now, what is that?
It is a big butt. Now, anybody who knows Madonna knows that she was never known for having an ass on her. So this woman, she took photos. It's been all over Instagram, Twitter. It is trending big time. Everybody's talking about it. Where did this booty come from? Speculations are going out saying that she either had butt implants or she had butt padding in. We're not sure yet. I'm going to dig in more to find out, but I mean, I think that was like the weirdest thing ever. She always has to do something to take, go the next step.
Yeah.
And I mean, butt implants, I mean, that's taking it to a whole nother level. Now, there's women that get butt implants, like I can understand, like the millennial women. I can see them getting it. Like Kim Kardashian, she got one. Nicki Minaj, she got one. But both these women are in their 30s. This woman, Madonna, she's 60. She's 60. She's 60 years old. She's the same age as my mother, and she's sporting a fake ass, and that just bothers me. And I'm wondering why does it
bother you? Why do you care?
Because it's weird.
It's Madonna. We just mentioned all these other weird things she just did.
I understand that, but it's okay. It's one thing to date a freak. It's one thing to do freaky stuff on stage. It's another thing to put something on your butt to just walk around in. Like Madonna she doesn't have the right frame.
Well, that's the thing.
To be sporting a badunkadunk.
I will agree. It doesn't look good on her.
Right. Like if she had got like implants that make the butt look decent, like a nice butt lift, I can understand that. But she has way too much butt on her. And
it doesn't match the rest of her body.
It doesn't. It looks gross. It looks hideous. I'd hate to see what it looks like when she pulls her pants down. I mean, I can just see the craters and the dimples and stuff. I could probably put a cigarette out on her butt. I don't know, and I don't want to know. But it's the grossest thing ever, and that's why I had to make Madonna my Hoodrat of the Week, because that is just strange and out of the ordinary. Why? Why did she do that? Get rid of that. Get rid of that, girl. Go back. I liked when you walked around in a thong and you had that little small booty. It worked for you. You're talented. You're gorgeous. You don't need the big fake booty. I'm sorry. You don't need it.
I don't think it looks good on her, but I don't care that much that she did it, though. I'm not as passionate about it as you are.
It's just something that, I mean, she waits till New Year's Eve for everybody to see it. And
Well, of course, because she
knew-
wants to make a big show and a big
and-
spectacle of it.
And she did. She made a big spectacle of it. I mean, this is more catching my eye than when Tiffany Haddish bombed at her New Year's Eve show. Okay, everybody's talking about that too. That's trending. Hey, newsflash, people. Tiffany Haddish is worth over $4 million, okay? Comedians bomb. Even the ones that made it, they bomb, okay? So who cares if she bombed on New Year's Eve? She still got her money. Let it go. It's not a big deal.
So what are we gonna do whenever Madonna is no longer here? Say I don't know.
That woman's gonna live forever.
Maybe she will, but I'm thinking when she would have been or even maybe she's 100 years old and she's not performing. Because here's the thing, even in 2019, she's still a trendsetter in a lot of ways.
Yes.
She's still pushing the envelope. She's still doing things that make people talk.
Yeah,
I
she's
feel
still a
there's
sex symbol. She's still a sex symbol.
There's not a lot of people out there who are willing to push that envelope, especially in 2019.
I will say that for an entertainer at her age to just keep going the next level, I don't know any other performer at her age that does stuff like that. I really don't. I mean, other than Aretha Franklin, how every couple of years her boobs just keep getting bigger and bigger, but then she passed. May she rest in peace. But
Yeah, the only other one that does anything like her would be what's her name? The one with the meat suit.
the meat suit.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
I can't think of her name. I don't know why I know her name because she's really famous, really popular. She's as famous as Madonna is,
Okay.
but I can't think of her name. Let me look. Lady Gaga.
Oh.
She does crazy things.
Love me some Lady Gaga.
You know what I
Well,
mean? I feel like she's almost like the modern day Madonna.
she could take over
Yeah.
if, when Madonna passed on. I could see Madonna passing the baton,
To Lady
passing the
Gaga,
torch
yeah.
to Lady Gaga and once again, another attractive woman, another talented woman. So, so when Lady Gaga does stuff, I mean, nothing surprises me. So
Exactly. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I feel like she's also doing things that are outside of the norm that are
she
crazy.
definitely does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did you watch American Horror Story?
No.
She was good in that season.
Okay.
Yeah, season. I think it was season 6, Hotel, and she was the mistress of the hotel.
Oh, okay.
That was her. I think it was her TV debut, and she was amazing. She was amazing. So those who watch American Horror Story, I know there's some fans out there that watch it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The girl's talented, and didn't she just recently get married? I think she just got married. Hey, kudos to the guy that landed that. So, so yeah, maybe one day Lady Gaga will do something down the road that'll make her the Hoodrat of the week. I haven't had a celebrity Hoodrat in a while, so it felt good to put Madonna in there to start off the new year. So yeah,
Fake ass.
it just didn't look right on her.
I feel bad when anybody gets anything fake. I don't know. It's odd. You know what I mean?
I mean,
it's not.
Fake hair, cool, whatever, as long as it's not
A
extreme.
lot of people do that too.
Yeah, exactly. It's been going on since the 50s. Fake lips.
So that's weird to me. Fake lips. I wouldn't want.
If you don't have the right face for it, you shouldn't get them.
But I just mean, in
And-
general, can you imagine? How do they do that? Is it like a lip that goes over top of your lip on your face?
It's
or-
just an injection, just Botox.
Oh,
they
Botox.
They just
okay.
inject it
I
in
thought
the
you meant
lips and
they
just get
added
it
new lips to you or something.
Oh no.
I'm thinking Repo Man, Repo the Genetic Opera type shit, where someone rips your lips off and plasters new ones on.
Oh no. I'm just talking about women that walk around with the Muppet lips, and then you get the injections, and all of a sudden they look like Angelina Jolie.
Did you hear about the Botox for headaches?
I did not.
Yeah, they're saying now it's been suspected that Botox can help with migraines, and now it's been proven that it can. It's really, really effective.
Would you do that?
If I had migraines every day, yes. Have you ever had a migraine?
I've had a few in my time. Yeah.
Where it completely. Have you ever had one where it's completely crippled you?
Like overwhelming, yeah, to the point where I couldn't do anything. There's been a few
You
times.
wouldn't get
it was like
a
that.
small injection to help clear that off?
I'd be scared. I mean, because you're putting some type of saline solution or whatever the crap that is in the head, and where does it go? Does it just does the
I don't
brain
know.
just absorb it like a sponge, or Does it come
But
out
the
the ears
alternative-
later? Like,
I remember as a kid, my dad would get migraines so bad where he would be on his couch and he would lay there he'd have migraines for a week straight.
Oh, wow.
And he'd go to work and he'd come home from work and nobody was allowed to talk or you weren't allowed to turn the lights on. And of course he would lay down in the living room, which was super annoying. You're like, just go up to your bedroom so the rest of us can do what we want to do.
Right.
But he would lay there right in the family room and
And everybody had to be quiet.
Yeah. But he would go like forever with these migraines nonstop, and I thought I could not deal with that. I would get an injection over dealing with something like that.
If it went for a week straight, and then you had, hey, kudos to your dad for putting up with that.
No,
and then
not
and
kudos
then-
for him because he wouldn't go to the doctors. So
Well, men can we can be stubborn sometimes.
yeah, but you know
know.
you're inconveniencing the whole family. Go to the damn doctor.
But I'm saying though, to go through a migraine, not a headache, a
I don't know how he
migraine.
could have done it,
'Cause
yeah.
people think that migraine and headache are one of the same. No, it's not. Migraines
No.
is way worse.
You actually
Way
you
worse.
actually like are almost at the point where you're throwing up.
Yeah,
You can't walk. It's
yeah.
Horrible.
A headache, you can take an aspirin for it. A migraine, you may actually have to see a doctor.
yeah.
You know, so that's I knew people who had migraines, and it's crazy. But for him to do that for a week, go to work, come home, I mean, wow, because I couldn't have done that.
No, I couldn't have done that either.
I would have called off work and lost money.
Yeah, I've had to before. But the thing is, when you're going out for so long, there's only so much you can call off.
Right.
He should have just went to the doctors.
Yeah.
Should have just went to the doctors. Do we have any comments from the audience? I know we had some. Let's see. Tina Walker joined in. She said hi. Same with Dusty.
Yes.
So thank you to both of them. Victory was in the chat room as well. We're talking about the live chat. Same with Dory Cameron. So lots of big Pittsburgh celebs joining us, whether they be local as Tina Walker or whether they be in the music scene such as John Sheehan, Corey Parati. Corey Parati is actually an interesting story. He is or at least he was a voter in the Grammys.
Okay.
Actually, he's a friend of the show. He recorded an album for Rusted Root.
I
among
know.
many
I've heard of
others.
Rusted Root.
Yeah.
Okay.
Liz Berlin, who owns this building,
Okay.
was in Rusted Root.
Nice.
So,
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
So lots of big guests today, or lots of big viewers today. This is
Yeah.
the show to watch. Is basically what I'm saying, right?
Absolutely. Every Friday night.
Everybody who's anybody watches
Yeah.
this program.
Like my friend Rev Joy, Raw Rev Joy. That's my girl, fellow comedian.
Nice, nice.
She runs the Giggles and Grub Club down in Swissville.
Awesome.
So very
I
talented
didn't even
woman.
know about that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring her and Just Janelle on the show. They both run the place. Jan Joy Productions, Giggles and Grub Club. Yep. See, I just gave you a shout out, Joy.
There we go. You didn't even have to pay for it.
Right?
Next time we'll charge you.
Just plugged ya.
All right, Jay. What do you have coming up this week?
Tomorrow night we are doing the Food and Funny BYOB Bash Part 2. Now last month we did it and we packed the place. We hope to do it again tomorrow. So come on down. It's at the Bites Restaurant in Verona, 6022 Sartsburg Road. $10 cover. Hey, we got fries and wings we have fries and wings specials. We have gift card and bottle of wine giveaway. I'm going to be hosting the show this time. Howie D. Mack will be featured. We got Alana Bryce.
Switching things up.
Right. We're switching things up. We got Alana Bryce. We got Sean McCarthy and our headliner, Sean Parker, who won first place in the Pittsburgh Improv Comedy Contest. Basically, everybody that's on the show was in the contest, was either a semifinalist or a finalist. So you guys are in for a treat. It's going to be a hell of a show. Part 2, BYOB Bash for Food and Funny. So come out to that.
Fantastic. And then I actually have a thing coming up. So I'm excited to announce it's going to be Liz Victory's birthday party.
Ooh, happy birthday, Liz.
And yeah, I'm going to pull up the information right here. I'm going to be hosting the event. And it is on January 12th. It's going to be a great lineup, too, at the event. We're going to have, I know, our own Vincent Didiano of P.O. Vincent. He's going to be there. He's going to be doing some stuff. Liz Victory, the lady of the night, as it says. She will be there for the variety show. She'll be performing. Dawn Strange will be there as well, an incredible musician who
Love Dawn Strange.
has a lot of music on this station. So, and Liz Tripoli as well.
Liz Tripoli.
She's going to be there. So
she's
it's gonna
always
be-
in the mix.
Always in the mix. Yeah, she's
Love Liz.
fantastic. She's going to be hosting the 300th episode. She's going to be not hosting the show, but she's going to be the master of ceremonies for an event we're putting together.
Oh, very
at
nice.
Events for the 300th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and we'll be getting that information out to you soon. We're going to be we're coming up on episode 300. We're going to celebrate it in style, bringing back all sorts of big names who have appeared on the show.
Can you believe it's been that long? That to the point where we're at 300.
I know, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
Well, we also cheated as well because I was
how
going
so?
I was going 3 days a week for a time. So a lot of podcasts, it takes them a lot longer to hit episode 300 than it's taken us because I had done for a long while. I was doing 3 days a week.
Semantics.
Yeah. Now we're doing 2 days a week, so we're still crushing it.
It's all good.
What can I say? Not everybody has the stamina that we have, right? To make
It's
it
still
happen.
the #1 podcast in the city. Come on now.
I like that. I'll go
Yes.
with that. So, all right. So be sure to tune in for all of that. That's going to be the, as I said, on the 12th, that event, and it's going to be at Hambones. So, but real quick, one more time because yours is coming up sooner.
Yeah, it's coming up tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Food and Funny BYOB tour. I mean, BYOB Bash Part 2. So come to that in Verona, 6022 Sartsburg Road.
All right. That's
9
Jay Cooper.
p.m.
You heard it. I'm Brian
10-ish.
Crawford. This is River Talk. This is the River's Edge Radio Network. Don't forget, pull up the River's Edge on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast app. Rate and comment. Give us a review. Give us a positive review. No
That's
negative
right.
reviews.
We want thumbs up and we want 5 stars. You
5
understand?
stars.
5 stars.
All right.
Yeah.
That's Jay Cooper. I'm Brian Crawford. This has been the River's Edge.
Later, bitches.